Good evening. There. Hi, Lori. Welcome. You're the first one on. Congratulations. Happy Saturday night. I was a minute late getting started because I was still trying to pull things together here. It's been a wild day with a lot going on and some unexpected things that had to happen too to make it a little more interesting. So, but I am here now, and I've got a couple of cards that I'm really excited to show you. I'm going to be using one of the new sets. Hi, Nancy. Welcome. Welcome. I hope you've all had a nice Saturday. Mine has been busy, coming and going. Oh, that light is right in my face there. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, a little bit. And I've got such a mess on my desk that I usually try to clean that off before I get started, because I think it looks bad when you look down at my desk and it's full of all these little paper fragments. That's what one of these good lint rollers is good for. If you've got a dark silicone mat or something that things seem to stick to it very easily, but it does come off quite nicely with that. So that's a little tip if you need one. Let's see, what did I do today? I went over to church and I decorated the altar table. If you have, I did post a picture. Oh, I'm glad. So you're eating as you're watching me. Hi, Shar. Welcome. I ate a little bit early because my stepson called in the afternoon and asked if he was supposed to bring over Gabe, our grandson, to color Easter eggs. And I'm like, oh, sure, I guess so. I got to go make some eggs quick. Thank goodness he called earlier in the afternoon, and they didn't come until about 20 after 5, so we had to color those eggs pretty fast. And then they scooted on their way, and I cleaned up and came down here, slapped some makeup on it, and came down here. So it's good to be with you tonight. And like I say, it was a busy day today. I hope you saw the pictures that I've been posting on what's been going on in my household. And I think mostly was things at church. Tomorrow we have kind of an Easter breakfast. It's just more or less fruit and coffee cake and donuts and stuff like that for breakfast, juice, tea and coffee, and church service. And then I had invited the congregation to stay after the church service to line up in the front of the sanctuary, since we'll have, a lot of people will be in church, so we could get a congregational photo. So I'm going to do that as soon as church is done. Oh, good. I'm glad you saw him, Nancy. Thanks. And then I have a friend who's in a assisted living facility whose husband just passed away. And I wanted to go and visit her after church quickly. Probably come home and stick my ham in the oven and go and visit her and drop off some flowers for her. And come home, and then my sister and her husband are coming over. We'll eat dinner, and then the rest of the day is mine. So I'm looking forward to that. I tried a new recipe today for, what is it called? It was cottage cheese cheesecake, it's called. I thought I'd give it a try. It's got cottage cheese, and it's got Greek yogurt, some honey, and cornstarch, and eggs. And you whip it up in the blender, and you throw it in a pan. What do you call it? One of those pans that you put cheesecake in. and stick it in the oven for 45-50 minutes, and it looks good. Hope it tastes good. I bought some strawberries and raspberries, so we'll put some fruit on it. So glad you like the church arrangement. Yeah, I was really pleased with it. When I went to pick up the flowers yesterday, it was like, oh my gosh, there were so many of them that were open. And last year, hardly anything was open. And so I thought I'll pick them up a day early so they have a chance to sit out and open. And whew, I had to put a bunch of things in the refrigerator yesterday to hold them over. But today we put them out and we decided we were just going to leave them out. And somebody was going to come over and turn the heat down to like 60 or something like that, 60, 65 in the sanctuary so that it'll stay a little bit cooler for the plants. But otherwise, we would have had to put stuff in the refrigerator and then get there early in the morning and try to put them all back out again. And I thought, it is kind of a pain, especially if you have them arranged just right and you want to get them back in the same place. So, but anyway, I am ready to get started. I think I was looking for my little sheet that I had on all my workshops coming up. And do you suppose I could find that little sheet? It was sitting here on one of these little green guys, but I don't know, the two green guys I have here are for directions for making some boxes. So I'll have to rewrite those back down again for you, and when we meet on Tuesday night, I'll let you know what the classes are that are coming up. But we are going to use the Pretty Florals stamp set and die, and some of the sentiments from the Right Words set, which is all sentiments, which is really nice. So let me turn the camera down so we can, let me get the cards out that we're doing drawing on. First and foremost, the most important thing, right? All right, let's turn the camera down and get started. I'll be doing quite a bit of stamping tonight, I think. Yeah, I think I better pull you back this way so you're not, my head isn't hitting you into the camera. That's no good. Okay, these are the two cards that we made the other night using the, I can't remember the name of the stamp set. Scenic Adventure. This one. And I really like this one. You can do stamping and or paper piecing with dies. And we're going to kind of do something similar tonight with the stamp set that I have. So let's see who's going to win tonight. The lucky number is 2. Char. Which one would you like to have? This is the 3D one, and then this is the stamped one. Let's see, we put, can't wait to see you, happy birthday. This is actually the same one that I had made before. I sent to my son for his birthday because they live out in Olympia, Washington, so they've got a lot of mountains around. I figured he'd appreciate that. And this one is sending good vibes for someone that maybe is sick or having a rough time. So which one would you like, Char? I'll add it to your stash. $3D. Okay. I will put that one with your stuff with an envelope. And this one can get added back here. And let's get started. So this set has some really nice stamps. And I like the way they're set up. We're going to be using tonight for both cards Strawberry Slush, Darling Duckling, Old Olive, Granny Apple, and Mossy Meadow. here to the side. Okay, let's see. The first one we're doing is this one. Get all my goodies out here. Okay, that's good enough. All right, so we're starting with a piece of white cardstock. You can really use any color you want to. I just decided to go with the white. 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And let's give this a good fold. Okay, and then I have another piece of white, that is 3 inches by 5 1/4. And then a piece of cloud cover that is 3 1/8 by 5 3/8. I think that's right. Yep, 5 3/8. So it's just a, what is that, 1/8 of an inch larger than this. All right, we can put these two aside. And I'm going to start by taking a blending brush that's got balmy blue on it. Oh, that's one I didn't leave out. Okay, well there it is, in case I need it. We are going to start by putting a little sky in. And I don't know if there's much on here or not. Not much. And I'm just going to kind of put it on blotchily. I don't know how else to describe it. So that it looks like there's clouds in the sky, kind of intermittent. We'll go, down about halfway. Not very dark. I don't know if you can see it very well. Yeah, I think you can see that. Okay. And that's it for that. I can put that one away. And then I'm going to take a brush that has some pecan pie on it, and we're going just across the bottom here. And this has got hardly anything on it, but it's got just enough to give it just a little bit of color. And that's it for that one. Okay, now comes the fun part. We are going to use these stamps, and I'm going to show you this one here. This has well, for Pete's sakes, the stems for 3 flowers. And the flowers that go into them are here, and they're already lined up exactly right to go on. So this makes stamping this so easy. And it's a 2-step stamp, so then you've got this other one right here. So let me see. We are going to go with Granny Apple Green. I think I'm going to stamp them off so that it's a little bit lighter. Put one here, bring it down so that the stems are just kind of coming off the paper. Like so. Clean these off right away. And then I'm taking this other stem, and I'm not going to use the whole, I don't know how to describe it, the whole height of the stem. So the reason why. And again, I'm going to stamp off on this because they do come down really dark. This is Old Olive. And we're going to come down one here. One there. And then this one's going to be a taller one. How did I do this one? I guess I went almost up to the top. Okay. Very good. And then I'm going to go back to the Granny Apple Green. Yeah. One of my hairs there. And we're going to stamp off twice. So it's really light. And I'm just going to use this top end so that it just looks like some extra greenery down below. All right, now comes the fun. I think we'll start with the yellow first. And I know that there have been a few people that weren't too crazy about this yellow. It does have a kind of a grayish tinge to it, but when you put it on, it's pretty awesome, I think. Okay. I just sort of slap these on here. So I want to get this kind of lined up so that it is off the green just a little bit. And when it dries, it's going to dry lighter. It won't be quite so gray looking, I guess. Okay, so that's that one. And now we're going to do the two-step portion of it. So put that on and stamp off once. And now we're going to line this up. Sorry if my head is in the way. I apologize. See how awesome that looks? I do like this yellow. And I'm not usually a yellow person, but I do like this one. It just seems very natural, I guess. Right? Like so. I just think it makes a nice image. And I like the fact that the three of them are together so that you're not, you have one that is exactly on target and the other two not so much. I just think it's very cool. Okay, now the fun one. I save the best for last. And that is the strawberry slush. I was really pleased when I played with this one the other day. We are going to use that for the three in the center. And we're going to use this little flower here. Looks like a hyacinth. It's even cute just like that, but we're going to punch it up a little bit. Okay. Again, we're stamping off. I'll do the middle one first. Sorry, I know my head's in the way. Let me get this down a little bit. I can feel my head on my phone here, my camera. It just colors them in so nicely. You can see the outline of the flowers when you're going to set down this one on top of it. Sometimes you do a two-step stamping and it's like by guess and by golly when you want to put the second one on. And it just makes it easy. I don't know. I think it's pretty. Okay, now let's put this together. Flip this over, and where did I go with the rest of the card? Oh, for Pete's sakes, Jean. I set it aside, now I don't see it. Oh, for pity's sakes. Oh, there it is. I stuck it way over on the side. Okay. We are just going to go ahead and put this on. Oh, actually, I did not pop it up on my sample. Okay, so this is going to go on here, but we're going to put this, we're going to stamp the sentiment right directly on the front of the card here. And I'm going to do that in the Mossy Meadow. And we are going to use, not that one, Thinking of You. And I'm just going to put this right down here. Let's get this straight. Hopefully. Yep. And that is from the Right Word stamp set. Yeah, didn't get that too clean. Much better. And this is going to go right above it, like so. And I'm not going to pop it up, because I'd like to put some of those bees on there, and I think that would just add too much to the thickness. It's not exactly there. All right, I'm just going to put a dab of glue on where I want the bees to go. Grab the bees. I love these little guys. I like the size of them. At first when I saw them, I thought, ooh, boy, they are small, but they work perfect. Get in there. I usually like to let the glue set up just a smidge before I put them on, but there. And I am actually going to leave the inside blank because it can be used for so many different sentiments could go with it. It could be a get well, or I just think it's a sweet little card. We can put some Wink of Stella on it. That would make it look pretty. And I did do that on the one that I originally made. Dab, 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 dab. I'm glad you guys like this one. It's just, I thought the pink and the yellow go quite nice together. I wasn't sure what color that strawberry slush was going to be because I think of strawberries as more red. But this is definitely more of a pink. It's a nice pink. There we go. I don't know if that has changed your opinion of the that yellow or not by using it. It does look like a duck yellow. Okay, let's try the second one. I'll show you the one that I made. The sample was this one here. Pretty close. I didn't like how close my bees were. And of course I put the glue down and didn't realize how close those bees were going to be, so I made a point that when I did this one I backed the glue off a little bit further. But I do like this cloud cover just as a little bit of an accent that just kind of makes it look good. Okay, second one we are going to do paper piecing using the dies that come with the set. And get my stuff off. And we are going to use some of the DSP from this set. It's called Florals in Bloom. That was this set. I'm using the piece that's on the opposite side of this because it has that strawberry splash. So I'm going to use this side. I'm using a circle that I cut out using the Spotlight on Nature dies. And the small circle die was made with the Stylish Shapes, the little tiny one here. And we're going to start with this. I've got Strawberry Splash and as an accent color for this. And let's see. So this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Let me get this burnished good. And then a piece of the DSP, and that is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. 5 3/8. So just an 1/8 of an inch smaller than the actual card base. And then I have a piece of Strawberry Slush that is 2 inches by 5 3/8. So I wanted it to be exactly the same length as the DSP. And then I have 2 pieces of the again, grab it here, brushed silver foil. It's the brushed I can never think of. And we are just I'm planning on putting it on each side, one on each side. So it really doesn't matter what the width is. And the length would be the 5 3/8 inches. I didn't have a piece that was large enough to go all the way across and give me a little bit of a border. So I thought, okay, I'll just cut. What I had was this piece, and I just cut it in half. So I thought, we'll just go with that. So, okay, now I'm going to put these two aside with the base. And I'm going to set that back in the basket, so if I forget, you can tell me where it's at. Yeah, that paper is really pretty. Okay, so I saw a reel on Facebook. It wasn't from somebody that was stamping up. It was another stamp company, and I saw this, and it was done with just a circle die and then a small circle inside. And I really liked it, and I thought, well, I'm going to try to make that, and we're going to use that, this new set with it. So now I'm going to have to, we are going to use my Stampin' platform here to make this a little bit easier and make it go a little bit faster. We'll see how the two-step stamps work with this. I wasn't thinking when I put it together. I had all the stamps on the Stampin' platform and realized that I needed to make that other card first. So I had to take my stamps off the platform. If you've ever used one of these, they are awesome. And I have some like sticky paper that's on here that's like a big piece of Post-it note, and it helps because it'll hold your pattern, I don't know what if that's what you want to call this, in place, and will help you when you want to stamp. So I'm just going to lay these stamps back in here to line them up. Let's see, not that one. This one. So just bear with me here a minute. Okay, and we want this one. And I like how these are put together because the stems on this one have this little extra piece right here, which does not have an image that will be stamped on it, but it's where you would put your glue to put the flower on. I thought that was really smart of them to do that. Okay, put this guy back in. So this one is just the accent pieces, or the accent lines on the flower is smaller than the actual die. Alright, so I've got that in place. I'm just going to cover this down to bring the stamps up. Now I can put my pieces in here. I use this a lot when I do my workshops. If I'm using the same stamps for a number of projects, I will, and I have a lot of dies, I will just go ahead and die cut everything, and then they can just put their blank dies, or their blank, their blank die cuts on here, and then stamp them. And they do turn out fairly good. Okay. Let's see. Let's hope, fingers crossed this is going to work. We're going to start with the Granny Apple Green. Now I'm not going to be able to stamp off on this, and I think that's going to be okay. It's going to be a little bit darker. I'm just going to start with this one first. Did I get ink on the whole thing? Ah, I did not. It was just a little. I gotta turn this around. Sorry. That is odd. I just... There. Let's see how that goes. There. Good enough. Alright. That's it for that one. Whoops. My little guy came out. Alright. I can take this one off. That one's ready. And I'm just going to use a baby wipe, I think, to wipe off that. Make it a little easier. And I got it on my glass, too. Okay. Let's do this one next. There's one. I need 3 of these. 1, 2. Alright, where's my 3rd one? Oh, there it is. I'm getting a little wild with my ink here. All right, 2. There. Okay, we got that one done. I could ink the whole thing up and do it all at once, but all right. Now we got to do 3 of these. This one at the same time. Get in there. Ah! That wasn't good. Hang on. What's up here? Honestly. Time out. Just gonna cut another one quick. been a while since I've used this stamping platform. Which one did I grab? Was the wrong one? Oh, I did. This is better. All right. There. Goodness gracious. Okay. Get the yellow. And the old olive. And that's going to be dark. But that's okay. One. Maybe I could get another. We're going to try just stamping it without inking it. A little bit lighter. And the last one. Okay. Got it. I didn't know how else to do this because it would have taken too long to stamp them all individually and then die cut them all. I thought this would be a little bit easier, quicker. All right, now I am going to attempt to stamp that image there while it's together. All right, get some of these put away here. All right, so now we got the yellow. I see I got yellow ink on here. All right. I've got the, there we go. And I'm going to turn this around so it's a little closer to me. And turn this around. Oh, and we got to stamp off. Where'd my sheet go? And then, of course, it didn't stamp off even. All right, that's better. There we go. Okay. Now let's put this card together. Get these little guys out. I have this out of the way. Okay. I have these two. These are standalone dies for this stamp set. And I'm going to take my sponge dauber, actually, and lemon lime twist. And just dab it on there. Just kind of want it light. Okay. And we are going to be putting together a bouquet. Come here. Okay, that's good. Let's assemble. looking for. And this I gotta clean. Get that out of here. Wait a minute, I didn't do these. I knew I was not done. Thought something wasn't right. These guys need to be having a shadow put on. Rather lighter color. Okay. I would not have been happy. One. Two. Three. Okay. Now we are assembling. All right, I put a piece of tear and tape on the back on this lower section, just as a way of putting them. Let me see, how am I going to do this? We are going to put the big one. Where is it? Here it is. Flipped over. This guy needs to have his flowers put on him. So see what I mean by it's not stamped out on those tips there? Just a dab of glue on there. Spread it around a little bit. Okay, let's get our little yellow flowers on there. And we'll do the pink ones too at the same time. And they have the same thing where the stamp doesn't go all the way out to the tip. Put this aside a sec. All right. I like that they do that. I think ahead for putting it, adhering it on. Okay, now we're set. All right. This is just going to kind of sneak in here. Just gotta think here, how this is going. Actually, I'm going to put these guys in first. One, like this, and it's just barely nipped on there. I should put some glue on the back of it though. Just a little up near the top. Oh, I just thought of something else I wanted to put on here. Hang on. I knew I was going to forget this step. Get this out of the way. I want to splatter this a little bit. I just thought it gave it a neat look. So I'm just putting a little ink on this block and then adding some water to it so it's good and juicy. And this dries super fast. So just gives it a little something more. Let's take a Kleenex. I'll finish cleaning that up when I'm done. Okay, Now, this guy again. Like so. And the other one, put some dabs of glue on here. Just a little. And this one is going to go way over on this side. Okay, now we got it. I think I'm going to try to sneak these guys in. So we're going to have one guy up here. I'm going to look at my sample. Okay. With the center one is going to have one dimensional. The side ones aren't. And I'll just kind of just barely nipping onto that. Okay. And this is just cling in there, and I'm going to put some dimensionals on these guys. So that one is way up. Okay. Ah, come here. Don't want to come off. I'm just barely tucking that in. Okay. We got that together. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Get a few of these things put away here. All right. Now, I want to put a little bow in here, and I thought we would use the yellow from the Baker's Twine 3-color pack. It goes fairly well. And I'm going to put a double bow. It just kind of I'm going to put it right here so it brings it together. So okay. I like this Baker's Twine. It's soft and it ties well. Two key things. All right. And it's going to go in here. Get that put away. And we're going to put that on with a glue dot, which is right here. Right in front of my face. It's always one side of the knot on a bow that looks better than the other side. Like so. Okay, let's get this rest of the card assembled here. And then we're going to put that on. And I haven't even figured out what I was going to use for a sentiment. I thought maybe with sympathy. I thought, oh, that's kind of a pretty sympathy card. It's a shame to cover this up. I like these colors together. This must be that new, what is it? Timid Tiger. I haven't used that one yet. Okay. The one that I made, I'll show it to you, is just like so. And I thought that it would be really nice to add just this. I put that on first, and then I thought that it just needed something on each side. So that's what we are going to do. And I'm going to use my tear and tape, or not tear and tape, but seal. Take the cover off. And we'll do one at a time. Okay, and hopefully this will. Oh my gosh, I could have left them together. I didn't think I could. Look at that. Oh, for Pete's sakes. I swear when I checked it, it was not going to work. Come on. There we go. Okay. Well, guess what? It does. Let's see. All right. Trying to find the best edge. Okay, and I'm just going to glue that right down the center. We'll use the all right. Does that look straight? It doesn't. Not according to the crosses. That's better. And this is going to go on an angle. Let me get my other scissors out here. Where is it? There they are. Cut these a little bit shorter. And then we have to decide if we're going to go with sympathy. If we want to just put that there, if we want to put it on, and I'm wondering if I should do that on a circle. Any thoughts? Will this fit on there? It will. Can I go smaller? Oh, it can. Let's see. Let's just see. And maybe we'll use the strawberry slush. If we don't like it, we can always try a different color. This is just going to fit on here. Alright, so this is like right on the bottom. Alright. Right there. Oh, that's kind of pretty. What What do you think? I'm going to roll this in here. Give it a little edge. Let's get our circle on here. Did I pop that up? I think I did. I did. I think I just put the dimensionals right around the outside edge. Oh, I'm getting too much stuff on my desk here. I better get that up there. There we go. I'm trying not to put dimensionals where there are dimensionals on the front, on the flowers, so that it won't be so thick when you put it in the envelope. Alright, and this time I'll use my Take Your Pick tool. Is that going to... What do you think? You think it looks okay? Yeah. I kind of like the circle with the circle, I guess. I'm just going to glue that on then. Just got to make sure that I've got that on straight. There. There. With sympathy. And there's some really nice sentiments for the inside of the card with this. Let's see. There's forever loved, forever remembered. Let me see. Hoping the loss you feel right now will be eased by wonderful memories. Why don't we put that on the inside? Let's see. Hoping, right here. So I think I line it up with this. Always like to take and try them first to make sure I've got them lined up decent. I'm kind of particular about that. I'm just going to grab, I don't care what it comes out looking like, but we'll use this strawberry splash. I just want to see if it's, yep, that's good. Okay, now let me just, I got a pile of stamps I gotta wash off. Okay. Now maybe we should, what do you think? Put it on a separate sheet. Get rid of that one. Got two of them here. And we'll put a piece of the strawberry slush on the inside. as a mat. Just can't get over how the red really stains the whoops, wasn't even on there. Stains the stamps. But it doesn't hurt them. There. Okay. All right. So this piece is 3 by 4 1/4. And we got the strawberry slush right here. So let's do 3 1/8 by 4 3/8. It'll just be a nice little edge around there. Like so. And then we can glue that on the inside of the card. I'm glad you like it, Char. Kind of pretty. My next one, I will make sure that I use some of that other Timid Tiger. I don't know who comes up with these names. I'd like a job like that. Coming up with names. There, I think that looks really nice. Trying to think, is there a small flower? Let's see. Not really. Yeah, I think we'll just go with the sentiment. I didn't even put any sentiment on the sample that I had. I didn't get that far. There. I think that's pretty. And there's the one that I had made originally. I used the other die, and I'm sorry, I got done with this and I'm like, that looks like a paper plate. It just reminds me of a paper plate with that edge around the on it. And I thought, okay, the other one I'm going to try it with the other die, and I like it this way a lot better. I like the fact that you can see through the little holes, the DSP and the cardstock beneath it. So I like that better. Should we put a bee on there? I can certainly add that in. And we can also add some Wink of Stella. I think I put some on. Oh, I actually didn't. I'm surprised I did. Oh, thanks, Nancy. I don't know, do you think I should add a little bee up here? Might be kind of nice. Or, actually, I've got some flat... Let's see. What about these? Forgot about these. These are flat pearls. Let's give them a try. Alright, we're going to go with oh, what do you think of that? And we'll put one up here and a little one down here. Oh, I like that. I like these pearls. They're kind of iridescent almost. They should be called In Color Flat Iridescent Pearls. They're like a mirror. Cool. Glad I thought of them. Yes to the pearls. Good. Yeah. Okay, that's what I have for you guys tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Both of them are very nice. I will add some Wink of Stella because I feel like this one's not feeling the love like the other one did. So we'll add some Wink of Stella on here. I hope you guys have a wonderful Easter. I'm looking forward to it very much. I love to see the expression on people's face when they walk into the sanctuary the first time to see what we've put up for them every year. And it gives me great joy, let me tell you. And I was so pleased with how many flowers we were able to get this year, and to make the display look extra special. Nice. There. Now we got some glimmer on that one too. I like that. They're both pretty. Very pretty. So, if you decide you like this card, I can always add a sentiment for you if you're interested. If that's the card that you pick. You just let me know when we have our drawing next Tuesday. So, have a wonderful Easter. Don't eat too many chocolate eggs. And I hope the Easter Bunny brings you something really nice. So, I will see you Tuesday, and we will definitely do a drawing for these. So if you're watching the replay, definitely make a comment. Let me know you watched, and you will be added to the list for the drawing. And I'd be glad to send you one of these cards. So, happy Easter. Bye-bye.